let's talk about this. So I became aware of Noah Beck after reading a story about how his sister, Haley Beck, is facing significant legal trouble and was fired from the high school where she teaches because she was being investigated for grooming and having an inappropriate sexual relationship with an 18-year-old student at the high school. And apparently had exchanged thousands of text messages, given him money, provided him drugs and alcohol, and also did his homework. It's like she was giving him booze and weed and doing his homework for him. She was fired and is currently being investigated. So that was that part there. Okay, that was that part there. I went, who the fuck is Noah Beck? Apparently, he's some big TikTok guy. He was a midfielder for the Portland Pilots men's soccer team. Okay, don't care. And then he became really popular on TikTok, and I think he's done some like D-list, C-list types of movies. And apparently he dated Dixie D'Amelio, one of the D'Amelio sisters, who's also big on TikTok. He has a Tubi movie deal. Sick. Did he date Addison Rae? I don't know, but he's TLDR, Noah Beck is in the TikTok world. Okay. So news comes out about his sister. Everyone's like, what the fuck? This is really, this is really gross. What's going on here? And then the latest is that his mom, Noah Beck's mom, has now been put on leave by her school district because of a video that resurfaced of her simulating oral sex with her son. And people tried to defend this and be like, it was a TikTok trend. It was a TikTok trend. I don't give a fuck. That is weird. What do you mean it was a TikTok trend?
I took her to my penthouse and I freaked it. I haven't made my mind up, should I keep it?
What is going on in this family?
I got big dog status, it ain't no secret. La-dee-da-dee-da, slide on me now.
That's your mom. What is happening? What is happening? I do need somebody who has some more tea on the Becks than I do jumping in here. Not that it's going to explain, not that there's a way to explain this in a fashion that does not make these people out to be weirdos. But just if you got any more info here as to what the hell is up with this family. So Amy Beck has been placed on administrative leave by her school district after a video resurfaced of her appearing to simulate oral sex with her son. This video, which was posted in April of 2020. So my question too is like, is this recirculating because his sister has now been fired and is currently being, I think, criminally investigated for this relationship she had with a high school senior at the school where she taught? I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming that's why it's recirculating online. And in the video, they mime a sex act while lip syncing to J-Rock's track King's Dead, which includes explicit lyrics about oral sex. The video no longer appears on Noah's TikTok account. Why did they think this was? Why did they think that this was a good video to make? Why? Why? I don't understand. This video here.
What's up, Shay? What's up, Lynn? I hit it raw. She see me in public like, what's up, friend? She talk too much, but I still hit. Cause she a fool on that.
Okay. I understand. So their whole brand of TikTok is they're white people who do TikTok trends, and it's not like they're actually great dancers or anything, right? Like the D'Amelios, they just become popular because they're white and they're doing TikTok trends and they're hot.
Pop that. What's up, Shay? What's up, Lynn? I hit it raw. She see me in public like, what's up, friend? She talk too much, but I still hit. Cause she a fool on that. Pop that. What's up, Shay?
It's like, okay, wow, great. 2.6 million views.
Tap, tap, tap. Wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder. Tap, tap.
So he's made content with some real winners out here, like James Charles. Okay. He's friends with Lorraine. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know the TikTok world. I know a couple of them. I know D'Amelios by name. I know Addison Rae, James Charles. So I know a couple of ones who've become really famous from this world, but I don't really understand what all the collabs and stuff mean. You know, and a lot of names you might mention, I probably won't know. Now I guess the mom doesn't seem so bad. Well, I guess James Charles is a YouTube girly originally. Okay. This was them 3 months ago.
Call Kylie Jenner.
My Mumblecat, thank you for 35 months.
I need to figure out what this bitch is.
Hello.
Kylie,
What?
why are you with my man?
Because I want to be and because I can be and because that's what I do.
Okay, but have you looked at his phone? Like, me and Timothy's been together for 3 years. I'm confused. Oh, okay. And girl, when I beat you in Stassi, baby, don't say nothing.
What about storm me?
Wait. Georgito, stop. No. Is that Noah? Noah? Why are you moving in slow motion?
What?
Why are you moving in slow motion?
This is so corny. I think a lot of this content is basically famous TikTokers collab with other famous TikTokers, and people like that. It's basically a lot of the content is people get excited because they're collabing.
So doing it again?
Just the edits. Yeah.
I did it again?
You did it again. Do you need help? Are you lost?
Where am I?
Oh my God, Noah, get in. Get in. I'll take care of you.
Where are we
Come
going?
on. A place that's safe for you. Regito, put in the directions to a psychiatrist. Hey, Noah.
Hey.
Hey. I saw you out there.
Yeah.
Psychosis?
What happens?
Yeah. So. Today we.
This video is 30 minutes. Oh, I'm not fucking watching this whole thing. I kept waiting for it to end. I was like eating my pretzels. I'm okay. Is this over yet? Noah in 30 years with his mom.
How's it feel? Tell me how's it feel?
Sitting up there, feeling so high, but too far away to hold me.
How's it feel?
Okay, so so what do I even say aside from the fuck is wrong with this family? His mom has been put on administrative leave from Coyote Hills Elementary School. school within the Peoria Unified School District amid an internal district investigation to the video. Are they investigating if like they're having incest relations? What? Okay, obviously this video is really whack. No, I showed the video. Here, I'll show it again.
I took her to my penthouse and I freaked it.
Yeah, obviously this is gross and weird. And why did they do this? I don't know. Why did both people in this video, mother and son, agree to do this? And then when you take this in conjunction with his sister being fired from her teaching job because now she's being investigated for this inappropriate sexual relationship she was having with a student. She was giving him money, doing his homework, buying him alcohol, drugs, etc. I am kind of curious though as to what's the investigation? What's the investigation about? You know, are they looking into whether or not Noah Beck and his mother are incestuous? Also, where's the dad? What's Father Beck up to in this whole Beck family situation? Probably to make sure she has nothing weird with the students. Yes, I would guess that given what is going on with the sister's investigation, given this creepy, gross video, now they probably are like, we have to look into Amy Beck and make sure that there's nothing more here that's concerning. It's so, can you imagine being an elementary school parent at this school and finding out that your kid's teacher has a video with her son?
Make my mind up, should I keep it? I got big dog status, it ain't no secret.
It's so it's so fucking whack. Okay, that's the last time I will play it, I promise. That's it. There were people who came in. We have chatters. We have community members in here who missed when I showed the video, and I do think it's important to have seen it to really go, wait, what the fuck is going on with this family? All right. In a message shared to families of Amy's class, the district wrote that Amy was placed on leave out of an abundance of caution while maintaining that this matter does not impact the safety of our students. The school district said that a substitute teacher would be filling in for Amy during her leave. Neither Amy nor Noah responded to people's requests for comment. Don't ruin my gym bangers like that. Oh, yeah, sorry. You probably won't be able to hear that song without picturing Noah Beck and his mom simulating oral sex. In addition to Noah, who has a combined following of over 40 million on Instagram and TikTok and is set to act, oh my God, he's going to be in the new reboot of Baywatch. Amy is a mom to daughters Tatum and Haley Beck. Earlier this year, Haley, who's also a teacher at Peoria Unified School. Wait, I just realized the mom. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. I just realized the mom and the sister both are teachers in the same school district in Peoria, Illinois. Now the sister teaches high school. Haley Beck High School. Yeah, the sister teaches high school and the mom teaches in elementary school, but they're in the same school district. It's small. This also, I know Peoria. My ex-boyfriend was from Peoria. Spent time in Peoria. It's small town vibes. Like, this is the kind of thing that I'm sure is rocking Peoria right now. Everybody is aware. Even though Peoria has not necessarily it's not a small population. It's still, a metropolitan area. This is the type of thing that everybody is talking about. And he's like a local celebrity. Yes. And Noah Beck is super famous because of TikTok, or at least, internet celebrity. So this is also, people are dishing the tea right now. You know that this is like probably the biggest thing that's happened in Peoria in a minute. Peoria is a small town and a big town. Yeah. Wait, is this not Peoria? Hold on. Is this a different Peoria? Oh, this is in Arizona. Oops. Never mind. All I saw was Peoria Unified School District, and I thought of Peoria, Illinois. Okay, if you're from Peoria, Illinois, you can rest. You can rest easy. Your state is safe. Peoria and Arizona is taking the L. Well, maybe this is not that crazy for Arizona. maybe it's just maybe it's just another Tuesday. I don't know. Just based on what I've heard about Arizona, and I know how the desert can be 115 degrees, it's kind of like it's kind of now y'all are going to kill me. It's kind of like Florida, where just another Florida man, just another Tuesday in Florida. Okay, Lynette, I'm sorry. I take it back. It's the Florida of the West. No, I take it back. Take it back. I'm having the hot takes tonight. Okay. Earlier this year, Haley was fired for allegedly developing a sexual relationship with a student, according to a statement of charges. An investigation conducted by the school district found that Haley allegedly offered oral sex to a former student at Centennial High School, offered to buy him tequila, sent him $630 via Apple Pay. Yikes. I mean, old people do retire there like Florida. Yes. And I know people who will move out of Los Angeles because it's too liberal and they'll go to Arizona. All my Chud family members moved to Arizona, so I think you might have something there. This is what's going to cause some of my most loyal community members who are also from Arizona to denounce me. Arizona has some cool people and some cool places. Yes. Yes, indeed. But there is something about the desert, There's something about that kind of heat, and people who love that kind of heat. That's what's always strange to me. People are like, "Oh my God, I love the 100-degree dry heat." Like, nope. Could not be me. How are you going to vote for Carrie Lake if you don't get out to Arizona? That's a good question. Las Vegas is worse. Yeah, that's true. I will agree with that. The sister wasn't the only pedo caught. Hold on. The sister wasn't the only pedo caught in that school. There's another older woman pedo caught in that school. The sister and that old woman abused the same boy. What the fuck? The older woman waited for him to turn 18. Why were two female teachers grooming and preying on this high school student at the same school, in the same school district where Noah Beck's mother is a teacher, and the video of her simulating oral sex with her son on TikTok is making the rounds again? Someone doesn't listen to Fear and because it was covered there too. So sue me. It's true. I don't listen to Fear and. And you know what, though? If there's a story on Fear and, very likely that it came from me. Especially if it's Will Neff. Yeah, you think I listen to men? You think I listen to a podcast with mostly men on it who are not gay? This low-key, it's actually funny because, this was a Cutie special. Cutie and I were literally talking about this today. Because she sent me the thing about Noah Beck's mom. I was like, I know, I saw this. And she's like, what the fuck is up with this family? I said, I don't know. I recently became aware of this family.
This is Angela Berlacca, and she is the
and it's all been against my will, obviously, and it's all terrible.
teacher that was having a relationship with the same student that Haley Beck was. And for this relationship, she threw away her entire career. She worked at this school for 25 years. And she's 47 years old, having
King Broken, thank you for the 4 months.
a relationship with a high school student. She's old enough to be the kid's mom. And it's absolutely disgusting what she was doing. So she was filming herself nude, sending these videos to the boy.
Oh my God!
And in the video, she is saying his name. And she got caught because the grandmother of the boy saw one of the videos and reported it. And thankfully the grandma saw it because this led investigations into Haley Beck as well. Because once the investigations into Angela started...
Oh my God, were there like, how many other fucking teachers are we gonna find?
The principal then went to authority.
Oh my God, this boy, I just imagine the grandma finding this and jumping in to protect her grandbaby.
And told him about all of the complaints he was hearing about Haley. And if the story could not get more crazy, Haley knew about the relationship the student had with Angela. Saying that she doesn't like being compared to her, and that because Haley herself is much younger, she has a better chance at a relationship with this student. Now, Angela here voluntarily surrendered her teaching certificates. But Haley did not, so the board unanimously voted to fire her. And police are seeking felony charges.
Fuck off. Fuck all the way off, Haley Beck. Oh my God. Oh, I'm younger and hotter than her, so surely he'll want to go for me. Fuck you. None of y'all should have been, neither of you should have been doing this.
Charges for both women. And with Haley's charges, she can serve up to 2.5 years in prison, and Angela can serve up to 3 years. This is Angela Berlacca, and she is the teacher that was having a relationship with the same student that Haley Beck.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The other thing too is that even though probably most of us in here didn't know Noah Beck, obviously this is news. This is like, oh my God, I can't believe this. But this is, I can imagine, rocking TikTok. People who, Noah Beck is really, really a huge TikTok creator. So this is really, really big news, especially in the TikTok world. God, gross. The sister, Haley, allegedly spent more than $600 on the student over the course of several weeks in exchange that she allegedly said felt like straight prostitution. Okay, so if you felt that way, Did you at
So
all?
you're not coming out.
I'm not.
Did you at all consider that maybe you shouldn't be pursuing this? Recently at the high school I went to, the teacher who was the faculty advisor for the Suicide Prevention Club was arrested for having a sexual relationship with one of his underage students who'd been using the club. There are so many good teachers out there, y'all. I promise. There are so many good teachers, but there are also creeps. There are also predators and creeps and pervy teachers. But a lot of good teachers too. A lot.
I grew up in a very like female-dominated household, and I'm just
Yeah, so apparently people have thought he was gay or thought that he was coming out or something like that. And he's like, no, I'm straight. But not gonna lie, it does seem in some things I've seen that he very much they kind of baits.
just not afraid to like be in touch with like feminine side. I think people like are aggressive when they ask. They're like, oh no, there's no way he's not. Like, I'm gonna believe it. And so it's like, what's the point of even saying anything? Believe what you want to believe.
Society puts really harsh stereotypes around what it means to be a man. I think being in touch with one's feminine side is way more of a blessing than a curse, as opposed to being emotionally closed off. Like,
Yeah,
I think
100%.
more men should be feminine. The world would be a much better place.
Yeah,
So you're not coming out.
I'm not. I grew up in a very like female-dominated
I mean, I don't disagree.
household, and I'm just not afraid to like be in
It's just kind of hard to consider this in the context of the feminine household being women who are predators and doing creepy incestuous shit. Those women, that feminine household. Hashtag boy mom. Yeah, yikes. Mm-mm. Anyway, there is one more sister in this family, FYI. And I'm like, is something gonna come out with sister number 2? Is a third Beck family member creepy story gonna hit the towers? Look at the boy mom content on social media. It's a lot of those trends. Yeah, I'm sorry to go back to this video. I promise I'm not going to play it again. But this definitely is in that weird, gross boy mom genre of internet content. Like moms who talk about their sons in, if you didn't know they were talking about their son, you would think they were talking about their spouse. And it's just, it's very strange. It's like you have 2 daughters. Clearly one of these daughters has some major issues. But you have 2 daughters and you have a son. Why are you doing a video with your son that is simulating oral sex? That is just, can't believe I have to ask that question. Can't believe I have to ask that question. But yeah, it's really giving boy mom shit. It's really, it's really, there's nothing else to say besides, why are you making videos with your son where you simulate giving him oral sex? The dad was also a teacher and soccer coach at a high school in the same school district. He retired in April 2025. Is there anything about the dad? So it seems like the whole family is teachers, aside from Noah Beck, who's making oral sex videos with his mom on TikTok.
Suspect's best friends are students.
They're nice to me.
2 teachers accused of abusing 1 student victim.
Hailey Beck, a 27-year-old former high school teacher, is under investigation after allegedly grooming her teenage student and sexually abusing him. It has been alleged that she sent over 4,000 texts and over $630 to the victim during the abuse. You might also recognize the last name Beck. Hailey Beck is the older sister of TikTok star Noah Beck, a content creator who used to make videos with the likes of the D'Amelios. We'll kind of talk about that later. According to the statement of charges, Hailey was placed on administrative leave in August 2025 after the district received a report from the police department alleging a sexual relationship with a student. The Arizona Republic reported that Hailey is accused of grooming the student for months. Hailey's attorney, Matt Long, said, "Ms. Beck is entitled to due process. We are confident that a complete review of the facts will confirm her innocence." I'm not quite sure how her innocence is going to be confirmed.
Where's the G-Ma? You mean the Beck G-Ma? She must have something too. Yeah, is this something with the women in the family?
The police report has been published online and you can see all the messages that she sent to the victim, and it is disgusting. But I guess this is just standard legal defense jargon that you would expect when somebody is accused. Another teacher from the same school was also accused of abusing the same boy. They were both put on administrative leave in August 2025, but the other teacher, Angie Berlacca, voluntarily surrendered her Arizona teaching certificate. Hailey, on the other hand, didn't. So Angie has been teaching at the school for 25 years, which...
This is an instance of women's wrongs that I am not supporting. Women
adds
L.
another disturbing layer to this whole situation, because you just think there probably is other victims involved. Because Hailey didn't give up her teaching certificate, she was subsequently fired after the school district board voted for her to be dismissed. Again, that's all well and good, but the damage has kind of already been done, and it begs the question, how do two predators become hired at a school? I mean, is there background checks, or was this their first? You know, I just highly doubt that this was an isolated incident. I think
and then also going after the same boy.
It's one of the most disheartening things about this entire situation. You know, you send your kids off to school, you expect them to be safe. The documents released show that Hailey Beck gave the child money, gifts, including special treatment during classes. Special treatment in quotation marks. Obviously, it doesn't really feel like the appropriate word in this scenario, but this kind of...
Yeah, I think her legal team is claiming that she didn't break any laws, and I think they're probably going to try to say that he was 18, or sorry, that they waited till he turned 18.
Included boosting of his grades.
Even though it's obviously still grooming, it's still predatory, it's still power dynamics. It's still an abusive situation.
Work more than the other students. The police also said she gave him access to her car, bought him gifts, food, alcohol, and drugs, and paid him more than $600, calling herself a sugar mama and writing that it felt like straight prostitution. So yeah, this situation is particularly disturbing. If you are on TikTok, you've probably seen people talk about it. Many people making jokes about it. We'll get onto that later. But I feel like I should cover this because I do feel like there is an underrepresentation of male victims, especially when it comes to women being the perpetrators.
Yeah.
And the reason why this has also got this whole other side to it, which I wanted to cover, is that Noah Beck is the sister of Hailey, the person we're talking about today. Now, you'll know Noah Beck. He did videos with the likes of Bryce Hall and Charlie D'Amelio and that kind of genre of TikToker that just dance and kind of become famous for
she meant brother, but
no reason. And I think it's really unfair, really, for Noah. I've seen a lot of people say that they think that he knew, and a lot of people say that he's at fault in some kind, and I think people jump into them conclusions should be really careful. But I think it's really unfair to be including Noah as someone who should be accountable when we don't know that to be true yet. Obviously, if it comes out that he had known or he did know, then that's a completely different story. But I've seen literally people use headlines like Noah Beck's sister, and I just think it's unfortunate that his name's getting dragged through the mud when it's this woman who should be held accountable and should be being criticized. We're going to have a look through some of the conversations between Hailey and the victim. It's really sad and really disturbing. I genuinely felt sick reading through the documents. On the 30th of July 2025, the police department received information regarding two teachers from a retracted high school, later identified as Angela Berlacca and Hailey Beck, were engaged in some form of relationship with the student identified as retracted. Initial information was not clear if the two teachers were co-conspirators or were acting independently of each other. An initial report 2025 was created to document the incident. Angela was the first teacher to be identified, and at the time Hailey had not been identified. It wasn't until later that Hailey was identified, and a second report was created to document Hailey's involvement. As this investigation continued, both investigations shared a significant amount of information, and it became difficult to separate. Therefore, both incidents will have the same information as they share many of the probable cause for legal process throughout the investigation. After identifying myself to Hailey, I provided her a copy of the search warrant and explained it to her line by line.
I mean, I have to wonder here, because the mom is making videos like that with her son, what's the vibe like at home? Is this something that this type of predatory relationship would not have been discouraged? Like, I don't want to kind of speculate too much, but there is something there's the element here, because this involves women, right? Female predators, that of course there is the belief that just by being a woman, you can't be a predator. You cannot be in the position that a man could be in, where you are grooming and preying on somebody who you hold a position of power over. His mom knew it's on the docs. Oh.
I would be seizing her cell phone, which was in her hands while I was speaking with her. Haley handed me her cell phone and was cooperative. I explained to Haley the search warrant was for her residence as well as her workplace. She understood. I asked Haley if she was willing to speak with me. She said yes. I told her we would speak at the police station or speak inside my unmarked police vehicle, whichever she felt more comfortable with. Haley chose to speak in the police vehicle. I led Haley to the police vehicle and she sat in the front passenger seat while I sat in the driver's seat. Once inside, I made it abundantly clear Haley was not under arrest, not detained, and free to leave at any point. I specifically told her if she at any point she no longer wished to speak with me, she was free to leave at any point. Haley acknowledged this information. I explained to Haley because she was not in my custody and it was clear the conversation was consensual, I was not going to read her rights. She understood. Lastly, I asked if she acknowledges she does not have to talk to me. She said absolutely. The following is a summary of what Haley told me. For exact details, please refer to the digital recording, which was later uploaded to accentevidence.com. Haley said she's going on her 6th year of teaching at the high school, and this is the only school she's ever taught at. Haley teaches social studies and psychology. I asked Haley if she was familiar with blank, and she said yes. I asked her to tell me about the relationship with blank. Haley has had blank as a student twice in the past 2 years. Haley said they got close as peers, then immediately corrected and said not as peers, but as teacher-student, and he is always in her classroom. Haley said blank is going through a lot with transferring to another school in California. Haley said she knows blank well. I clarified blank is blank. Haley confirmed. She said everyone calls him blank. Sorry, it's a bit confusing with the redacted. I asked Haley if she ever
her saying they got close as peers. No, you didn't. You're a fucking teacher. Okay, you were in the position of power and authority, not just because you're older, but because you are literally in a position of authority by being a teacher at this school and he being a student. You're not peers.
Contact students outside of school or a school function. Haley said she always gives out her phone number on parent information sheets. Haley also said she is the girls' soccer coach and her soccer players have her phone number. Haley said her players will text her for emergencies in case they can't practice. Haley does communicate with other students via the school messaging applications. Now, obviously, I don't know what school messaging applications entails, but there is absolutely no reason, in my opinion, that a teacher should be contacting any students.
Also something about the fact that she teaches psychology. Maybe she needs to really actually dig into psychology some to understand why she's justifying it this way to the cops. What psychologically is going on here that she is likening the two of them to peers and sees him as like a boy that she's in high school with.
Unless it is via emails, where the emails are often monitored.
I mean, obviously, could be just saying that to try to get out of culpability,
by the school.
Responsibility.
I don't know.
Here.
To me, I think any teacher that has access to message their students, that's an automatic alarm bell. And what I don't understand is at a school where clearly Haley was talking to many students, is how the school didn't pick up on the fact that this woman was talking to people in a non-professional manner. Talking to, not people, kids. Haley was talking to children. I mean, look, I don't know the ins and outs, but I just failed to see how the school didn't know that two of their teachers was communicating with their children. It's really scary to think that, when you have children, you send them to a school, you expect them to be safe, and this is what's happening. Haley said she has communicated with blank via Instagram over the summer.
Yeah, I can't get over the information that this was two female teachers. Two of them.
Because he was in a weird place about going to another school. Haley said she felt like she and blank had a good student-teacher relationship and he felt comfortable talking to her about issues. Immediately a red flag. Again, there should be no social media communication between a teacher and a student. The crazy thing is she would have known at this point, oh, I fucked it. Why lie? Like, this is what I hate about abusers. Like, they always, always, always lie and lie and lie because in their head they can never be an abuser. They're never the bad guy. Hailey said she and Blank do not follow each other on Instagram, but felt that Blank was giving her a heads up about being leaving. Whoever wrote, oh, being leaving does make sense. Never mind. I'm just stupid today. I asked Hailey if Blank had a phone number. She said yes. Hailey told me her brother has a significant following on social media, which is yes. Noah Beck, as we mentioned, I conducted research prior to speaking with Hailey and learnt Hailey's brother Noah Beck is a high-income social media personality. Noah is reported to have 33 million followers on TikTok, 7.8 million followers on Instagram, and over 1.51 million subscribers on YouTube. Noah has a reported net worth to be between $3 to $6 million as of 20.
Did she fucking name drop her brother in order to in order to, I don't know, yeah, impress this high schooler? She's using her brother and his following online. Another coercive element.
2024. Noah was listed in Forbes 30 under 30 social media in 2023. Again, I think this is what makes the situation extra crazy for some people because this is Noah Beck's sister. I actually feel sorry for Noah Beck. I think his name being in the forefront of this is very unfortunate when he has nothing to do with it, right? This is his sister who is an abuser, and now his name is being used in so many headlines. Obviously, my sympathy only goes as far believing that he had no knowledge of it. A lot of people are jumping to the conclusion that he knew. I don't particularly think that's a fair conclusion.
Also, here's what I'm going to say. That video of him and his mom, it was what, from 2020, I think? He was 19 years old. I obviously don't know the relationship between him and his mother, but his mother, if he came to her and was like, hey, mom, let's do this funny TikTok trend, should have said no. Okay, that was something where she should have put her foot down and gone, no. And don't you ever ask that again. And let me, since you clearly don't understand, let me explain to you why this is really inappropriate. Okay, I am not going to simulate oral sex on a TikTok video. It might, was it her idea? I don't know. To
come to when we don't know that, and he genuinely might not have known.
She name dropped him to the cops, so it could be her trying to say, I can't be in trouble. My brother's so and so. Oof.
Most abusers don't go around telling people that they're abusing children. Hailey said she also appeared on social media with her brother and her information is easily accessible to the public. Hailey said her brother is popular amongst high schoolers and she frequently gets asked about him. Yeah, I'm sure she'll pull that card, won't she? Oh, I just talk to people because they like my brother and blah, blah, blah. Hailey continued to say that Blank initially messaged her via Instagram, then randomly text messaged her later in spring semester. She said it was during this time Blank was thinking of transferring to California. She clarified and said the end of May of 2025. I asked Hailey why would Blank leave for California in his senior year in high school. I knew Blank was the something when something high school won the state championship. Hailey said she never pried, but Blank felt the coaching staff wasn't advocating for him. Next, I told Hailey I had received information that there had been complaints from other staff and students about Hailey's relationship with Blank.
Okay, does anybody know when this video first was posted? And then eventually, it sounds as if he took it down. Were people like, what the fuck? Or was it because it was COVID and everyone's kind of just losing their minds that nobody really, this was just not even a blip? It was 2020 that it was initially posted and then was taken down and is now recirculating. And I'm assuming because of the case here with his sister. Draka Kid, thank you for the 30 months. Bro, my friend in high school's little sister was just 3 to 4 years younger, and then also ran a hugely popular TikTok page that kept being taken down because she kept doing inappropriate videos, and many times with my friend's parents. It was insane, and his parents not only enabled it, but encouraged it. You know when people will say, where are the parents? Where are the parents? Well, oftentimes it's the parents who are encouraging it.
Blank. I provided examples of hearing about inappropriate messages and being seen in public together. I asked Hailey if there were any truth to these accusations.
Are you familiar with the Paul brothers' years of incestuous content? What? With each other and the dad? Trisha Paytas has a ton of incestuous content. What's going on? Remember when Jake Paul blindfolded a teenage girl and made her make out with his dad? No. There's unfortunately a decent amount of TikTok incest baiting. You all have to remember, I missed all this. I was not around. I was not here watching TikTok incest content with millions of other people on the internet. Hundreds of millions, billions, I don't know. Every other person, I guess. You're telling me that a lot of these TikTokers and internet stars were doing incest content? Why is that even a genre of content? Why is incest content even a genre? Here's the video so you don't think I'm lying. I don't think you're lying. I am just... I'm not sure what to say.
Daddy! He's got smoke! Oh my gosh. Bro.
I need 18 cigarettes. Kissing contest, me versus my dad?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna race right now, bro.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so let me explain the race. So we have to do 2 laps, then 3 donuts.
Oh my God, this explains so much about them. Okay. I don't want to watch this whole thing. So basically they were just all making out with each other. It was like making out, the Paul bros making out and then making out with their dad. Kissing contest, me versus my dad. I really, this has 8.7 million views.
We're all gonna kiss you, and then you have to guess. You have to say 1, 2, or 3 was the best. Okay?
Maybe 4.
Dad, come here. We have to figure out the order. Okay. Okay, I'll go first. Yeah. You go.
Oh my God, this is why the kids are so brain damaged.
Second. You go third. Okay. You're not say it.
Ew, the dad is so creepy.
You can't say anything. Oh, we have the order figured out. Olivia, you have nothing to be worried about. I brush my teeth every morning. I don't know about Anthony.
Okay, today on Who's the Best Kisser, we have 3 fine contestants here, all Ohio.
I would rather rip off my lips.
Born and raised.
Merch link in bio.
Always plug. First contestant, please step on up. Okay, contestant number 1, good job. That is it for contestant number 1. Contestant number 2, are you ready? Okay, he's ready. Contestant number 2, step on up. Contestant number 2, great job. Last but certainly not least, contestant number 3, step on up. Oh. 3. Good job. Okay, that concludes our contest today of who's the best kisser. Down to 1.
I am so grateful every day to have the father that I have. Every day I am grateful for my dad, who never in a million fucking years would be a creepy, perverted shit like this. Ew. Oh, God. Why is Stream Today feeling like this?
And Vidi Films I would. Where I was taken to, brothers, was like no cine I ever vidded before. I was bound up in...
Will, is that you? Hello? Oh, I was just wondering if that was you. Okay.
in a straitjacket, and McGulliver was strapped to a headrest with like wires running away from it. Then they...
I know, this stream is really giving Clockwork Orange. Y'all, what the fuck? I know you might not believe me. I think that is the first video I've ever watched of one of the Paul brothers that's not a video that's talking about like the many scams and controversies of the Paul brothers. Obviously, I know all about Logan going to the suicide forest, acting a piece of shit fool in Japan, Jake Paul being a piece of shit. Like, I know all these people are piece of shit. I never watched, I did not know the ins and outs here. Why are so many of these people why are they so nasty and why are they so famous? Why are they so rich and famous? Why did we make these people famous? Why did we make these people famous? I wish I hadn't learned that Jake kissed his dad transitively. That Jake's dad is creepy and kissing teenage girls who are blindfolded. Yeah, one of the island boys who kissed their twin brother. Oh my God, I forgot about them.
Okay, good.
Girl, I have a mansion. I have a
That's
nice car.
rented on Airbnb.
I have a
Okay.
nice car.
I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
Good job.
And you're broke as...
Okay, yes. Did kissing your brother get you the mansion?
Your teeth are yellow.
Okay, that's fine. I can get them fixed, but you can't unkiss your brother.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Girl, I have a mansion. I have...
That is true. She cooked him. She cooked him real good. Because they're sickos that like that shit. They had full open sex, like they did not just kiss. You know what? This is what happens when I do 2 streams in a day, okay? When I sleep for 4 hours and I do 2 streams in a day, this is where we end up, and it's hell. It is hell. Everything I learn, I regret knowing. Me too. You know what? It really does feel like that's enough internet for the day. I think what's hard for me to come to terms with is I know these people now because they're so rich and famous, and the fact that they have influence in politics, which is so fucking crazy, that all of them were involved in the latest presidential election. That they're at the inauguration, they're at the, election night party. And this is how they became famous. It's not that I thought that they became famous from doing wholesome good content, but I just was not aware of how many people became so incredibly famous from doing the same disgusting, sick shit. Need to get lobotomized after this. I know. Do you know about Anna Paul and her brother recording OnlyFans content for her? Is that a Paul sibling? Is that another Paul sibling? I can't do, I honestly, I can't do anymore. I can't. Cutie talked about how parents would kiss. Yes, I do remember her talking about how parents would kiss students blindfolded during events at her high school. Yeah. Yeah. And their audiences are so young. They're so young. There was kids watching this. It's horrible because that means that there's an audience for that. I know. I think the internet was bad. I think the internet was a bad venture. The internet was a mistake.